get Golan hype.
Welcome to the 243rd and 43rd hour of Adventurers 1.
Woo! 2, 4, 3.
I'm going to just really quickly run through a few things just before we start. So just to let you know, this performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance. So that just means we've got relaxed attitudes inside the movement from our audience members, just for the benefit of anyone who may not be able to be still or silent for the duration of the piece. If at any point you do want to pop out, feel free to head through the door at the back. There's some water and stuff out there. Help yourselves, come back in whenever you feel up to it. I'll be over here as well, so you can give me a shout if you do need anything. We've got some audio loop headsets as well, so if anyone would like to use those, again, just give me a shout. The lights should stay like this throughout. However, they do have a tendency to go out. If that happens, I will run and put them back on as quickly as I can, and there'll be some background music throughout, but no loud bangs or anything like that.
Wow.
So I'm going to pass over to Leo, who is our GM for the next 2 hours.
Thank you very much. Hello. Oh, yeah, very nice. Thank you. Hi, my name is Leo. I'm the Games Master until 3 o'clock. What is this? What does that mean? What are we doing? This is Adventurers Wanted, a tabletop role-playing game, which means that the 4 people on my left and right here play individual, unique characters in a fantasy setting, and have been doing for the entire month. They tell me, as the Games Master, I play everything else in this fantasy setting. The allies they make, the enemies they create, and the ancient elder beings that they accidentally summon to ruin everything. That's where we've come in. You've come in right at the end of the story. This has been a continuous arc over the month, so it's not like you're seeing a reset show that everyone else has seen. This is a unique show. This is a unique hour.
Season finale, guys.
Season finale. We interact with one another using dice, so the players tell me what they want to do, roll some dice, and we see how it goes. In general terms, there's going to be a lot of numbers thrown around. In general terms, a 1 is very bad, very, very bad, and a 20 is pretty darn good. Anything above a 20 is fairly astronomical. Anything else? Right, so a very quick précis of the story. Obviously, there's been 242 hours of backstory, so I'm not going to tell you all of it. That having been said, if there is anything that you think went over your head, anything you want us to explain, slow down, get you in on the joke, those kinds of moments, please let us know. We're all about inclusivity here. We're not trying to gatekeep anything. Please give us a shout. We mean that, and we're not going to be mean. We're lovely people. Or we think we are. The characters are crew members on the Spirit of the Horizon, which is a scientific research vessel which accidentally teleported themselves to a brand new reality about 2 months ago in game time. Ever since, they've been trying to quest across this new land to put together a spell to get them back home. About a week ago, game time, they did it. They managed to put together this spell. They cast the spell, and it did not take them back home. It killed the person who tried to cast it. And yeah, it was pretty shocking for everybody, apart from us who knew it was going to happen, the Game Masters. And the other thing it did, small minor detail, it summoned an ancient god to the world, who has since been basically driving everybody insane and destroying the world. Their current objective is to defeat it. So they amassed a massive navy and attacked him on an island where he was at the time, and it's going very poorly. And a lot of their allies have died already or have gone insane. Huge battle of epic proportions. So again, if you need anything explained as we're just throwing jargon around, please do let us know. Any backup plans that the players have, I will let them discuss in character so you can see how that unfolds. But for now, let's meet the players and let's meet their characters. So starting on my right here, tell us your name, your character's name, and give us a little bit about your backstory.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm playing Liabilitus, the Dragonborn cleric aboard the ship. Rehabilitated clumsy loaf, thanks to darkness. He is one of the only sailors, so has a massive workload, and is really disappointed about this bloody elder god.
Yes. So Liabilitas came up with a great plan, which worked and did a lot of damage, but then the Elder God just sort of regenerated its health.
Hi, I'm Florence. I'm playing Aya, a human rogue who is the chief scout on the ship, but she's really good with ranged weapons, so she's currently in charge of all the harpoony things. Out of game, Florence had her foot run over a couple days ago by a taxi, and I'm currently on opiates for the pain. So if I say anything weird, I apologise.
It's adorable. We're loving it.
Hi, I'm Chaz, and I am Golan Height, who was the captain of the Spirit of the Horizon. Then he was accidentally teleported to an eldritch wasteland for 12 years. He has returned 12 years older, which means he's 60 years old. Also missing an eye now. Covered head to toe, covered from here to here in mysterious tattoos, and now has strange powers. Currently wielding his maul whilst riding on the back of his pet griffin, Chansey. I'm basically a heavy metal album cover at the moment.
Yeah,
It's
this
a
is
picture.
the battle.
Yeah.
Totally.
Florence has been drawing things as we've been going. It's been lovely. No, it's a ship. Oh
Is it
yeah. In terms of technology, you're looking at maybe sort of 12th century, 15th to 12th century.
Thrones, it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones.
So that big ship is our ship, the Spirit of Horizon.
The Game
And
of
the
Thrones
tentacle
segue.
beard man is Cthulhu.
James.
Yes, the Game of Thrones segue seems apt here, as my character is Lyrian Tannister, the halfling rogue.
I'd forgotten that.
And he is the head librarian and a heavy wine drinker aboard ship. He, so one thing you can be certain of is he knows things and he drinks.
Okay. Before we even start, Lyrian, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is 23.
You're fine. Kat, when you're ready, bring the music back. Cool. So
Before we start, can I ask what the attack roll on Harpoon is?
I want to add to it.
it's dexterity,
Dex.
and you're considered proficient in it. So it would be
So it's probably a plus 12. Same
plus
as
5 to whatever your dex modifier is.
Is he close to me?
See, I told you, the rules have started coming out. It was all soft until then, wasn't it?
Was he close enough to get the...
Holy aura.
I would have been on the ship.
You would have been on the ship, but were you close enough to get his holy aura?
I'm part of her harpoon squad.
Oh yeah, I got
next
all
to
the
her.
rogues on the harpoons, so I would.
So yes.
So you have advantage on saving throws. You are a little candle.
When something horrible happens to one of the characters, they throw what is known as a saving throw to see if they dodge it or not, essentially.
And all enemies have disadvantage for the next, 9 rounds or something.
Something like that.
Considering Golan is currently flying around, who is in charge of the ship?
Well, I'm still flying around by
It's not my job.
Okay. Golan! I think we need to go to Plan B.
What was Plan B? Describe it to me in specific detail.
For any ship crew who may not have heard.
So the Cthulhu is vulnerable to piercy things. So
Right.
we're gonna pierce the ship into his pierce area.
Isn't that going to destroy the ship?
Remember, opiates.
Maybe we should scrap Plan B and go straight to Plan C.
Plan C, drop an island on him.
Okay, so we need to lure him away.
Back to the east of where they're fighting currently, there is an island which has been ripped into the sky by a bunch of wizards called Clathid. And their plan C currently is to go up to Clathid, destroy the objects that are holding it in the sky, and drop it on him. Avengers 2, if any of you saw it. Basically.
Great.
What? Well, we need to lure him away.
Yeah, Wingardium Leviosa. That's what would I say?
I'm
in
pretty
game?
sure he's...
Levitate the tablet.
Telekinesis.
I'm pretty sure he's pissed off enough at the trident that just stuck into his abdomen that he's going to chase us anyway.
Can I make a perception check to see how pissed off this giant elder god is?
No.
Because to
Roll an insight check.
know him.
May
is
I
to
also
not
roll
know
an
him.
insight
He
check
is
on this?
unfathomable.
Sure, while we're at it.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You go, because I was the polar opposite of that. That is a natural 1. That is a critical fail.
He looks pissed. And to be fair, he is unfathomable. I'd like to get that out there.
Yeah.
Unfathomable. But if ever there was a creature who could potentially damage him, it would be another god. And you've just shown him that the power of another god is on this ship.
We need to run the fuck away.
Turn around! I need wind spells. I need wind spells yesterday.
Why yesterday? That won't help you now.
How far away is Clathid?
Clathid is about a day and a half sail.
What? It can walk. It can amble a quarter mile in one step.
It can.
There's no way.
Yeah, how fast can we go?
It's established that the Spirit of the Horizon, being a 15th century ship in a 12th century world, is pretty much the fastest ship on the planet. The rest of the navy you've got,
Yeah.
who knows?
If we try and run away, he's gonna stomp on us.
No, he's gonna stomp on them.
No, he's going to stomp on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, on them.
Listen, the
I'm sorry I
Dusk
considered our allies friends.
Listen, the Dusk Spear is lost. There's another ship which has decided to ram itself directly into the leg of this Elder God. I'm pretty sure they're dead. So,
Not yet.
Well, they will.
soon,
do we
6
have-
seconds time, they'll be dead.
Do we have any other god friends? Like, does brother Jurgen have a god? He has a god.
Jurgen, call on Pat!
I will.
There's lots of
All
gods.
clerics, please.
All the clerics call
All
on
the
their
gods. All they get all the gods.
You confirm what I rolled then.
Is that 14?
That is 14. Yeah.
It's 14. Jurgen. Okay, let me talk this one out. So, Pat!
His god is called
Hey,
Pat.
Pat! Get a hand, would you?
That's actually very accurate.
And you just hear the one of the clouds above the god turns purple, and this torrent of what looks like wine comes out of the cloud
I forgot he was the god of hedonism.
and literally engulfs Cthulhu, and suddenly the sea around turns a nice Merlot red. And
I feel like that could only help the situation.
Wait 1 second.
for the record, it deals 87 points of bludgeoning damage to Cthulhu's head.
I don't know if you've ever been
So now there's 2 sources of god power on this ship.
Now there's 2 sources of god power on this ship.
No, Poseidon left us.
Who else have we got?
He thinks that there's a god power
What
here.
other gods do you
think-
have?
The 7.
So loyal to my gods.
Suddenly.
Aya isn't loyal to anyone. I'm not rolling very well for the others, guys, so I think that was lightning in a bottle there. There you are. Pat has helped. Rahapat, the god
right.
of hedonism, has
Turn the
helped.
ship around! Run away!
We're not faster than Cthulhu.
We have the fastest ship on this world. We've got some druids who can use some wind spells. We can get a bit of a boost.
It's true.
Think we can do it?
I think it's worth a shot.
You would
Because
have.
it's either don't do it and die, or do it and maybe die.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You would abandon everyone else to death.
Yeah.
Why don't, while we're going that way, we fire all our cannons and stuff, and not only will that hopefully hurt the god,
But it'll also give us a boost. That's an excellent idea.
I've got a reason why. Because the cannons are facing sideways.
Okay then.
Move the cannons!
They would give you very minimal boost.
True.
Still can do it though.
Could do it. You could do it. It's fine.
We're alongside it.
Does anybody want to take an actual action, or
Yeah,
are you just shouting at each other across this
Actually,
melee?
I've got an idea.
Wait, Lee. Oh no, sorry. Do you want to go?
So I'm going to gather up. all
You're
the-
right at the end of the initiative order, just so we're aware.
That's fine.
But tell us your idea.
So I would like to gather up all the divine casters and anybody who can use Control Washer and shunt the ship along and all the ships.
Oh really?
That's a great idea. All of the ships, you say?
As in, like...
That might
as
you
in-
might not have the
as-
range for that.
No, as in, like, signal to all the other ships to get their magic casters to do the same thing.
Is there a flag symbol for that? Is that?
Could you telepath?
Get the wizards to message spells across the ships.
I would like to, because we've just broadsided Cthulhu, haven't we? So
Yes. So you just want to keep that turn going.
So I would like to fire the front half of the cannons to just help spin us in the reverse way.
Sure.
That's how physics works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that physics would work. Well,
Scientists on the panel seem skeptical.
I mean, it's Aya's turn first. I am also skeptical. Don't worry. It's your turn first. I mean, it's not your turn first, but it's your turn at the moment.
Yeah.
You've added a fucking wine cloud.
Yeah, I drew a wine cloud. Yeah. Okay,
It's
so
adorable.
so
Yeah.
so we're retreating, but it's going to take us a day and a half.
we could probably cut that down to about a day, I reckon.
It's a 2-day travel. It's about a day and a half's travel without the control weather, without the shunting from the water, without any of that.
Okay. Then can I get some healing, please? Then from the cleric.
Dunno, cleric, can she get some healing?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I've got a potion. Can I just pop a potion?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
you've all got potions.
You've all got potions.
Yeah, but
to-
you've got limited potions.
That's true. You've got 2 supreme potions.
Yes, but if you
Per
pass
day.
out and you've still got them on you, you can't chug them.
Huh?
If you pass out, you
Yeah.
can't chug the potions.
That's true.
What was Supreme Healing? Was it 45?
Lyrian, is there anything particular you're doing? Yes, it was 45, yeah.
When I was part of her harpoon brigade, I was quaffing wine at the same time.
Of course.
Of course.
You've just seen this cloud of Merlot open.
You've got a new religion!
Suddenly my eyes just like gold coins.
Barrels
And,
overboard.
and I pray to Pat also from now on.
Okay. Noted. Okay, I'm just going to take this turn to the Dusk Spear, this behemoth of a ramming ship, which is flying at speed through the water, cutting through the water, with your good friend Sahel Peacebringer at the front, sword outraged, crashes into Cthulhu's side. Dealing 1 damage. I literally just rolled a 1. That's why you do multiple dice and not bigger dice. There we go. It just glances off him, and Cthulhu looks down and moves his leg, and it capsizes the ship. And the entire thing just goes sideways, literally and physically. I mean, figuratively and literally, that's what I wanted to say. And suddenly, you just see Sahel thrown to the shore as his ship is rent on the rocks towards the beach. That is all Cthulhu did. He just moved in the water. He did not physically pick it up and shove it at all. He just moved in its direction.
I'm losing faith in the original plan.
Yes.
As a woman with big hips, I can confirm that moving your hips can do a lot of damage.
Thank you, Florence. So,
As seen in the study conducted by Professor Shakira.
no, that study does not lie. Golan, it's
Very good, very good, very good.
that's what you applaud. Cheers. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. This. Go for it, Golan. It's your turn.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to do my very scientifically sound physics plan of spinning the ship around by firing the front half of the cannons.
Roll your d20.
Yes.
I have a higher dex than him.
That's a 14.
14. Yeah, the front half of the cannons and the front half only just go. Boom. It moves you perhaps 2 inches
Excellent.
in the water.
Good.
The sails are really what's turning the
Okay.
ship around.
You know what? It was worth it.
It was worth it.
I
Nothing hits Cthulhu, of course.
Can I quickly fly down to right outside my cabin, go in, grab the completely intact tablet, jump back on, and just like hover above my ship, being like, hey! What
That's
are these?
too much for one action. But you can make it down there and grab the intact tablet,
Yeah.
which is what sent them to this world anyway. Cool. I think we're at Yeah, we've had Lyrian is just praying to Rahapat. Golan is waving a tablet in the air. I don't know what Aya's doing. She's desperately trying to get some message spells out to the rest of the Navy to run away. Was that you, or was that Liabilitas?
That was Liabilitas.
That was Liabilitas.
To do the water thing. Also, I really want some healing.
It's, yeah, go on, Liabilitas. We'll just jump to your turn before we get to Cthulhu.
Right, so I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds. Just gonna find how many?
So I'm currently on 25% of my hit points.
Yeah, I'd imagine all
Because we looked at Cthulhu, basically. Cthulhu did a time space then.
I'll cast Mass Cure Wounds at
Yes.
8th level. So that'll be. No, I don't.
This is the fun part. This is the maths bit.
Right, so
Everyone loves maths.
68 plus
Thanks, Chris.
4.
Stay in school for the stream, is what he said. So, is this? Oh, this is mass cure wounds.
Yeah.
What level did you cast it at? 8.
29, 24.
There are only 9 levels of spells, so an
30.
8th level spell.
34 points of healing to everyone.
Everybody takes 34 points of healing. Can I make? Can everybody get a charisma saving throw, please? With advantage, apart from Golan.
6.
18.
19.
21.
Those all fail.
Oh,
Oh,
my charisma
great.
is not as high as I
Elder
expected.
God.
Elder God.
Elder God.
It's really charismatic.
Is anybody on 50 hit points or fewer?
No.
No.
Fantastic.
Is that
I'm so
power
glad you
of
healed
kill?
us. Thanks.
In fact, the combination of the potion and the mass heal, I'm back up to 4.
So Cthulhu has been peppered by this fire genie that owed you a favor, who's just been hurling these fireballs out of his hands, flying around Cthulhu, and he just sort of doesn't move his head, just sort of. You get the impression of an iris. It's not even an iris. In the deep void that is his eyes, you get an idea that he just goes, and he just says this, and the guy's gone.
What?
He's just disappeared. A lot of people on board your ship, because you couldn't save everybody with that mass cure wounds, are blinded and deafened. Some of them just die as the power of this word ripples across space and time, just tearing their consciousnesses from their bodies.
I'm losing even more faith in the original plan.
That was divine word, everybody.
Who's left alive who does wind spells and control water?
Some people.
Some people. Can we get those people to do the thing we discussed?
Okay. Who wants to? Why doesn't everybody? Everybody roll a d20 for me, for on behalf of the ship's divine casters.
11.
9.
Ooh, halfling luck. 15.
I mean,
that's
you
much
are a
better.
divine caster.
Yeah. 18. Am I adding anything to this?
Yeah.
Oh, what are we adding?
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. Oh,
Would I get
then
my-
18.
Oh,
18.
then,
Oh,
10.
22.
22.
10.
18.
21.
21. Okay. Yeah. The situation is dire. Everybody sees this, and they move into action as suddenly the clouds that surround Rorstal, the island that they're fighting this around, blow. This wind billowing out the sails, and it doesn't just catch the Spirit of the Horizon; it catches pretty much everybody around this area, and just starts blowing away from this from the ship.
Can I wheel the tablet in the air?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Can I flip Cthulhu the bird as we leave?
Roll an intimidation check.
Intimidation from a
Disadvantage.
3-foot tall halfling.
To a 90-foot tall dragon monster.
down on the ground, you just see.
Can you confirm that for me, Chaz?
That is a natural 20.
It's a natural 20. So you flip Cthulhu the birds as you turn around. Hey, stream. And he suddenly realizes, oh, you're the guy with the divine power.
You owe me.
And as a legendary action,
Oh, fuck.
at the end of your turn, he's going to cast Phantasmal Killer.
Oh, no.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's not.
It's not great.
So
I
hang
will
on,
need
I've
your
got the
help
rules
to
here.
heal me here.
How much healing is?
What is Lyrian most scared of?
Probably his older sister, Lucy
Lurcy.
Tannister.
Lurcy Tannis.
Yes.
Why are you scared of her?
She wants my head for some unknown reason.
So suddenly, on the deck of the Spirit of the Horizon, appears Lurcy Tannister with a bloody, greatsword in hand. The greatsword being, of course, made of a particular metal, folded in a particular way that makes it very sharp and strong. And it is dripping with blood. You remember that this is the weapon that Lurcy uses, makes her executioner use to kill people with.
Yes.
And she is striding towards you, and it looks like you're next. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
With advantage.
With advantage.
So how many healing points is a healing potion?
It's 10d4 plus 20, or if you just want to take the average, is 45.
23.
23 fails.
Oh,
You are frightened for the next minute of Lurcy Tannister.
Have advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
But I have advantage.
You already had advantage.
you already had your
so-
advantage.
And you take. Oh my lord. 18. 23 psychic damage this round. As your very deepest fears manifest in front of you.
Would we have seen that happen? Could we
No.
identify it?
No.
Cool.
Not at all.
I'm just waving this tablet around, yelling in deep speech, I have what you want.
Suddenly, Lyrian just screams, Mercy! And starts running away.
Can I shoot my harpoon gun at her? Poison harpoon gun?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, shit.
Would it likely go through her though and hit someone on the
Yeah,
ship?
of course.
Yes.
Role playing.
But you don't know that.
But I don't know that.
She's here, and she's coming for your head.
Gotta take the Lurcy Tannister fears
You
and put them in
killed
the
my
Lurcy
son,
canister.
Roffrey.
That was... I appreciated that a lot. Thank you.
She was making a joke about Loffrey.
Roffrey.
Roffrey. He said you got to take your Lurcy Tannister fears and put them in a Lurcy canister. Roll...
Yeah, I would try and fight her.
Roll an attack roll.
Go for my
You don't know why... You don't have advantage on
I
this.
don't.
No.
I've got advantage on attack rolls.
Just generally? No, you don't.
Just save.
No.
Just saving.
16 plus 9, 25.
Cool. Roll damage.
Oh, it's
It's a D12.
it's 11.
One of the poor souls that was just holding on to life behind Lurcy suddenly is harpooned through the chest. And you both see this happen. Suddenly, Lyrian just turns, screams, Lurcy! And then fires his harpoon gun at one of the Marines and just kills him outright.
What the fuck, Lyrian? You're supposed to be under my command.
Pippin, no!
Hang on, I can't... No, it wasn't Pippin. Sadly.
Peanut.
I'm just trying to kill off all of the guest players now.
Maybe it was Pippin, we'll see.
Tie him up.
Sure. Suddenly, a lot of Marines jump on you.
Can I
And
try and evade them, or acrobatically.
Roll a dexterity saving throw. You have advantage.
Dex saving. It's 26.
Yeah, no, he's a rogue. He is slippy. You can't get him.
Can I shout out to everyone who has hold person? Hold that man.
Roll wisdom saving throws. You're gonna need a few of them. Let's say 3.
That's 25.
25 is pass.
Oh, that's a 13. That.
You are paralyzed.
Okay, great.
As per the hold person spell, you are taken bodily, lifted, and just wrapped in hemp rope. They attach you to the side rail of the ship for now.
Odysseus
Just
style.
there. Now roll a wisdom saving throw for me as Lurcy stalks towards you.
19 plus 6, 25 again.
25 just fails. The DC is 26. You take
So much failure.
10,
Half of the loss
17, 20 more points of psychic damage this round. Look, Liabilitus, you haven't had a turn for a while. What are you up to?
I'm coordinating the effort to get us the fuck out.
Yeah, we're already on that.
Can I get a perception check from everybody, by the way? Sorry. Well, no, say what you were going to say.
I was going to say, if I've seen a candle cowering up in the crow's nest, I'm going to...
Well, we'll see about this perception check.
16.
10.
16, 10,
13.
13.
Which one was it, sir?
Oh, no, don't worry about you.
Oh, because I'm tired.
Golan, it is appropriate that you see this. As the spirit turns away, and with all the control water spells and the control wind, some of the big ships are making speed on Cthulhu because he's distracted right now. As from the clouds, emerging as if they were solid objects, just pushing them aside, is an ancient silver dragon who falls on Cthulhu, breathing cold all over him.
This is another
Cthulhu rolls a natural 20. So do you have off the top of your head what Pordium's cold breath was? Yeah. Do you know what it was? 15d8. We'll just take damage of that.
Now cast
17.
Phantom Killer on Chaz Redhead. Spectral image of Brian Donaldson from the list appears, brandishing his 3-star review in hand.
Yeah, so 68 cold damage, halved to 34, as Cthulhu brings up its arm and just frost appears all on his arm. As a legendary action at the end of Pordium's turn, he's going to grab Pordium and just hold him in place.
Let's grapple.
I thought you meant Paul Dungeon Master.
No, so Peliel was a name that this silver dragon made up to be his emperor moniker, and he ruled the city that they're going to drop on, or going to attempt to drop on Cthulhu's head. He ruled it as a 10-year-old child. I know. It was weird. Peliel was that child's name. Pordium is the name of the dragon itself, and it is currently grappled. They're one and the same. Oh, wow! Oh, were you? Did you not see that?
I wasn't here for that.
You weren't here for that.
I wasn't here for
The
yesterday.
Peliel turned out to be an ancient silver dragon.
Oh, I knew something was up with him, but
Yeah, he was an odd guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, he's currently grappled by an ancient god. So
Distraction's great.
Lyrian
Kid
tied
move.
to the mast.
if
No, wait, a distraction isn't great. We need him to follow us.
No, but we can get to Clafford and we can prepare.
if there's nothing that you're going to do but run, as you what? Sorry, go on. Any ideas?
Yeah, but I can't do it. I would require a very brave volunteer
I'm brave.
with arcane abilities.
Says the
With arcane abilities.
Thinking he's about to be
brave.
murdered by a sister.
Tell us your plan and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
There is a greater destiny for Brina.
The ranges of that isn't.
Sorry? What's your plan, mate?
So, what I would require is for a brave arcane caster to teleport up there and bring the dragon with him.
Teleport there,
Teleport a dragon.
Teleport there,
touch the dragon,
touch the dragon, and
teleport
back.
away. Okay. Everybody has teleport. That's been established.
Yeah.
So,
Who's got feather fall? Or fly? Violet does.
Philip does.
So does Jeffrey Wigglebottom when he's expensive.
Philip
You're not there. You're on Traffic.
is on deck. Do you grab him?
I-
Philip, by the way, this is why they all made that noise. Is Philip is my character when I'm not DMing.
I grab him and say, Violet, you are our only hope.
Right. Yes. Well, I knew it would come to this.
Teleport up there and save
We do
that
have
beautiful
Jeffrey
beast.
Wigglebottom.
Sorry.
Teleport up there and save that beautiful beast.
I will do my best. Here we go. And he's gone.
Cool.
Can I get perception checks for everybody, please?
Oh no.
4?
15.
25.
25. You see the very sweat on Philip's brow, Golan, as he jumps onto Peliel's back, puts his hands on Peliel. That's his turn, though, isn't it? So it's now Cthulhu's turn. Would you like to confirm what I just rolled there for me, Florence? It's a natural 20, again.
Those dice must be weighted.
And Cthulhu snaps the dragon's neck.
Bollocks.
At this point, no, because Philip's there now and Philip's doing things. At this point, Philip is going to cast his 7th level spell, Sequester, on the dragon's body because he wasn't fast enough, and Peliel disappears as you watch. That's how it would look from the outside. As a legendary action at the end of Philip's turn, Cthulhu swipes for him. Might miss.
Miss, you dumb squid asshole!
He's got plus 19 to hit, to be clear. I rolled a 3. That brings it up to 22. Philip's armor class with shield on is 23. So what you see is, I just wanted you to know that I'm not doing this self-indulgently. This is what happens. So this elder god backhands your wizard, and you just see him put up this purple shield as just there's a squeal erupts from his mouth like, ah! and it's just a reaction. He wasn't even thinking. And the elder god's hand stops at the shield, and he draws it back and goes again. This is the Cthulhu's turn. He rolled a 9. Philip is batted out of reality. So he takes 60 damage as he flies, hurtling downwards. Let's see about that strength saving. He rolls a 14 on his strength saving throw, manages to right himself, fly. He looks really angry at this point. And instead of teleporting back to the ship like you asked him to, he points a finger at Cthulhu, and Cthulhu disappears.
What?
Is he in the maze?
And he's in the maze. So one of Philip's most powerful spells is he can banish anything for a minimum of 6 seconds. Can banish anything to a demiplane that he creates with a very difficult maze in it, almost unsolvable. At this point, Philip teleports back on deck.
Philip, did you just...
I'm incredible!
Philip, where is... What's the...
He's in the maze! He's in the maze!
No, the dragon.
Oh, the dragon! And he claps his hands, and the dragon appears on deck, filling almost the entirety of the ship's deck. He goes, oh.
Revivified? Gilligan?
He doesn't look alive.
Oh, you can
Revivified.
you can bring back the dead.
At
I
this
say not pointing.
At this point, Cthulhu reappears almost instantly, because
It's the same maze the ooze was in.
it's just this guy has an intelligence saving throw of +16, so he passes on a 4. So he reappears. Now he's really angry.
Would we all get a turn in before that happens?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Revivify dragon.
Okay. Sure, you revivify Pordium. The bones reassert themselves and twist back into place, and the dragon just flaps his wings. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from everybody, please?
Not me, because I'm tied to the wall.
You automatically fail, that's correct.
24.
I automatically passed, don't I?
Oh.
Is it to be
Are you in the air
Oh, yeah,
still?
technically.
Oh no, you were there waving the.
Well, either on Chauncey or on the deck.
Okay, fine. Which would you have preferred? Because
Probably on Chauncey.
you will have had a couple of turns from now. Yeah.
So that the 90-foot Elder God can see the
Sure. So
tower.
you're flying. So don't worry about the dex save from you guys. From
24.
24 pass.
10.
10 is a fail. You take. It's not huge. Don't worry. But you take 2 points. 3 points of bludgeoning damage. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as the air around the ship. As an automatic fail, you would also take this 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do I take evasion?
Yeah.
Because that's dex saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're tied up. It's an automatic fail. You can't roll evasion when you're tied up.
I have evasion.
No, I
No, but
understand.
It has to make sense.
I'm ruling that makes no sense.
Okay.
You were tied up. There we go.
But can I do evasion? Because I passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So no.
So that's no damage. So the dragon flies up and goes, "Get away from this place," and flies straight back at Cthulhu.
Come back, you idiot. You've only got one.
Well, you heard the dragon.
Yeah, let's
He's
get
only got 1 hit point.
He's only got 1 hit point. Revivify specifically states
I know, I remember.
returns with 1 hit point. And if it, by the way, if it
Well,
has,
you would have had a turn before he was able to get up. Well, not before his legendary action to wing attack himself into the air, but you would have had a turn after that before he flew away. So if you would like to cure him, you can.
I'm just going to shout to him, "Stay down, you need bed rest, for fuck's sake."
Roll. Oh, yeah, because he's got like -4 on everything.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't actually state -4 or anything. It just says you can, if there's any body
No,
parts,
that's only with resurrection, isn't it?
it's Raised
right.
Dead that does that.
Raised dead. Okay.
But if he's missing any body bits, he doesn't have them.
He wasn't missing any body bits. There were some body bits that were out of place. Does it heal the wounds? Because his neck is broken. The corpse's neck was broken. Okay, noted.
Yeah, but when he fight the warden, he didn't have a head. It was like split in half and then pulled back together.
It's true. There is a precedent for that. Yeah, to be fair.
I would just like to grab on to what I'm assuming is a claw, because I think I need to touch him in order to do this.
Okay.
Cast Regenerate on him.
Regenerate.
And
cool.
hold on.
And hold on. You going with him?
I'm trying to convince him to come back.
Roll a persuasion check because you did do that. You need bed rest. So roll a persuasion check for me.
Ugh. 10.
Nope. That is not a success.
But I will regenerate him.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much, Kat. It's 5, yeah? 5, yeah. How much health does he get back?
33. And he gets 1 hit point back every turn.
1 hit point back every turn. We'll see if that matters. He flies. He's going to continue flying straight at Cthulhu. What are you doing? You said you were hanging on.
I was really hoping that hanging on would stop him from actually going because I'm attached to him.
He's an ancient dragon.
I was thinking more of his concern for living beings.
That's true, but this particular silver dragon has a history of not being that fussed. He wants to meet his god. That is his current aim.
Right. As soon as he tries to start going away, how quickly does he move? And at one point will I drop into this water?
120 feet flying speed.
I will let go at the nearest opportunity.
Make a
But
dexterity saving throw for me. Don't forget your advantage from Holy Aura. Yeah. 3. Yeah. You're over the water when you let go. And you guys just see him plummet towards the water. You are flying on a griffin, sir.
Oh my God's sake!
Roll again. We'll make this dexterity, I think.
Oh,
You've got
dex.
advantage. Oh, you haven't got
I
advantage.
haven't got advantage.
But
Dex what? Saving?
well, if you flavour it another way, I can be persuaded.
I think it's more of an athletic maneuver to like yank him out onto the.
So your aim is the aim is happening with Chauncey, then, shall we say?
Yeah, so it's speeding down. I grab onto him. I sort of like use a bit of strength to like hoof him up into the air, and then hopefully.
Okay, roll athletics check. Why not?
Whew, that's good.
Chauncey rolled really well on the aim, so
12.
12. Not great.
Keep in mind that was with a plus 10. to
Yeah.
athletics.
Can you roll an athletics check as well, please?
I'm rolling so bad today. It's not the day to do this.
8.
8. Yeah, you clasp hands with him and you just slip.
Ah!
Now, to be clear, all of this has taken 3 or 4 turns, yes? So I would like 3 wisdom saving throws as your sister stalks towards you, please, very quickly.
I'm gonna die.
No.
Probably.
There's a lot of that going around.
Wisdom 23,
Fail.
nat 20,
Oh, that's a success.
and a 25.
Okay, well, because of the success, you only get... the success was the second one. You only take 1 of these damages, unfortunately. So that's
Yes, unfortunately.
20 more psychic damage. How are you looking?
I've got, if I could quantify it, I would say I'm looking rough. I'm looking like most of the people who were at the party last night.
Yeah,
This morning, so
fair enough.
kind of rough.
Cool. Aya, are you doing anything while all of this dramaticness happens? No. Just
Am I-
Trying to get away as fast as
looking
I-
amazed.
Can I give another punt at getting this idiot out of the water?
Yeah, you've definitely hit the water, so you're gonna take...
Yeah, but since you grasped hands, wouldn't that slow you down just a little bit?
Not enough.
No.
I'm gonna take 9, 11, 17 bludgeoning damage. Golan, one last athletics check. Last roll of the hour.
Man! 22.
Okay. And as you swoop low, Chauncey go, "Ah!" and you just pick him out of the water, lift him with one arm, and fly him all the way around to the ship, sopping wet, but alive somehow.
I'm always wet.
Of course you are, because of your god
Poseidon,
Poseidon,
yeah,
yeah. There we go.
Are we almost out of range of the spell effect?
No, the spell effect's in your head.
It's in. Oh, of course.
But you've saved against it with the natural 20. So she disappears.
Oh, fantastic.
And as Pordiame flies suicidally back into Cthulhu's chest to try and buy you guys time, that's where we're going to end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you very much, guys. We'll hand back over to Kat to do our outro there.
Thank you so much for joining us for this hour. Please do feel free to come back to either watch it. If you guys do want to play, then you can book some player tickets either down at box office or on the Sweet Venue website. We are streaming live on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted, and we're live tweeting at Adventurers250, so you can give us a wee follow and spread the word and stuff. I'm going to quickly hand over these guys just because I've got a couple of things to give a wee shout out to, alright?
Cool. So I'm plugging a charity that I think is a really good idea. It's the National Deaf Children's Society. Helps out deaf children all around the UK with sign language lessons for the parents and the children, activity days, and a general feeling of inclusiveness and help at school and such. It's a great charity. Helps out a lot of people. If you could just even give it a look, would be absolutely phenomenal.
I'm opening the world's first vagina museum. We're based in London and we're doing a ton of events there in the coming months. So go to www.vaginamuseum.co.uk/events to find out what we're doing.
Some of them are incredibly funny stand-up comedy nights that feature many people that have been up at the Fringe.
Yes, yes indeed.
Well, thank you so much again. So we're here until 3 o'clock and then back again at 5. So if you do find that coming back along, please do. Thank you so much for coming along.
Thanks very much. Okay.